I'm so happy that all of you guys have come out to be with us today on the NOLA for Life Day. For all of the folks that are working with the city, all of the community organizations, all the neighborhood organizations, and all of our young Americans that are serving today, thank y'all so much for being here. Y'all are on the famous Norwood Thompson Playground in the middle of Gert Town, which is the center of the universe. Right, Mr. McKnight? Right? And Reverend Dejean, we in the center of where it all happens and where it all began. And I thank all of you for coming out. This is a very special place. It is the heart of a very special neighborhood that's really, really important to the city of New Orleans. And we, as you can see, came out here the other day with our coaches who are making this playground happen. And we cut the ribbon on a beautiful renovation for our kids. And so as we try to turn the city of New Orleans around, one of the things we want to do is make sure that our neighborhoods are safe. And what we're beginning to see is something that is fairly simple to see. The neighborhoods are strong when the fiber and the fabric of the neighborhoods are strong. Strong families, strong churches, strong schools, strong playgrounds, where everybody's got an opportunity to really realize their dreams. And we, in this administration, are reclaiming all of our playgrounds that we call sacred spaces and using them as the center of the neighborhoods. And so all the work that we're doing in the city with NOLA for Life is designed to make sure that everybody comes together. So we have our commander from the 2nd District, Commander Paul Noel, with us today. We have the Chief of Police with us today. We have all the folks in the city. Deputy Mayor Grant, that builds everything in the city. Commissioner Karen DeSalvo, who oversees all of the city's movement towards a healthier place to live. We have all of the folks that work with blight. We have all of the folks that make the city run. And we're trying to connect with everybody in the neighborhood so that we have a very strong fabric. We have Mr. Vic Richards here, who runs New Orleans Recreation Department. And our theory, there you go, Vic, thank you. Reverend Dejean wants to put a roof on that thing. She told me to tell you that. And I told her I'd have a private meeting with you and tell you. So Reverend, we just had to meet. All right, now we all got to find the money for it. So this is our 4th NOLA for Life Day. And NOLA for Life is the overarching theme that the city of New Orleans has adopted to make New Orleans a place that's safe, that we're going to use to change the culture of death that is too prevalent on our streets into a culture of life, where we take pathways from the maternity ward to prison for so many people, or to the morgue, or to places that don't work, and we're going to create pathways of prosperity. We're going to talk about pathways to paychecks. We're going to talk about finding ways to make New Orleans an incredible place for everybody to live, to work, and play. And NOLA for Life talks about all of that stuff. It starts with, look, if you don't do the right thing, the police are going to show up, and there are going to be consequences to your action. If you want to do the right thing, we're going to make sure that you have the opportunity to do it. We're going to talk, on the front end, to talk about prevention. Say, as soon as you come around, everybody's going to have everything they need, and we're going to make sure that the schools are good, primary, secondary, early childhood education, health care is good. We're going to make sure that the high schools are good. We're going to make sure that we have Xavier University and more, and everything that Xavier produces for us. And once you create that pathway and we show people how it works and make sure all of the people in the communities are talking and being together and unified as one city, you're going to see the city take off in a tremendous way. But here's the thing. A lot of people talk, and talk is cheap, right? But it's hard to show up and actually do the hard work of the things that we need to do. And that's what NOLA for Life Days are for. This is where everybody comes out, everybody shows up, everybody gets to know each other, everybody finds strength and courage from each other, and then we get to work cleaning up the neighborhood. So our entire city force has been in this neighborhood for a long time, and especially in the past couple of weeks, not only on this playground, but cutting grass, helping work with the neighbors to help us identify where the blight is, going after the owners that own those properties because they're private property, saying you got to clean up if you want to be a respectful member of the community, and then actually making sure that we actually get out and clean up catch basins, fill potholes. We're going to tear down 2 abandoned houses in 27 minutes, right across the street, really, to make a complete commitment to it. And so our team's on it, and I want to thank all of you for all the work that you've done. I really appreciate it. But this is just the beginning. We have to do this every day, all day, and it has to be part of what we do because we want to reclaim the city and make sure it's a safe place for all of our young people to grow up and to do well and to realize all of the gifts that God has given them. So God bless all of you. I thank you so much for getting involved today. And I'm now going to turn it over to my Deputy Mayor for Infrastructure, who's building everything in the city. Deputy Mayor, give it up for him, Cedric Grant.
Good morning. As the mayor indicated, we've been out here for a few weeks. We've been out here for a few months. We just finished Norwood Thompson. But what we've been doing, and we want to give you the baseline of where we are and where we need to go. What we've been doing, we've cleared 41 lots. We'll have 46 cleared by the end of the day. We've converted 343 streetlights to LED, more energy efficient streetlights, and therefore repaired 29 outages. Filled 379 potholes, moved 26 abandoned cars, replaced 16 signs, and repaired 4 streets, cut some green spaces, repaired water leaks, fire hydrants, and sanitation has cleared lots. What that tells us is there's work to do here and there's more work to do here. And so as we establish this baseline today, we want to keep it up. We want to keep it up and keep going to the next level at the return of this community. And there's a few things that we need to do, and it blossoms. We see it everywhere we go. We know it to be true here because I grew up about 10 blocks from here. I know this place. I know how viable it is, and I know how viable it's always been. So my friend Vic Richards, who's born and raised here, we are here all the time for you, and we will continue to do our work and more work like I just reported to you this morning. So look forward to this day, and this is a good day to start, and a good day to begin, and a good day to go into the future. I'll be followed by Dr. Karen DeSalvo.
Thank you, Cedric. Good morning, everybody. Thank y'all for coming out today. These are such fun days. I love them every time I come. So much energy, and it's great to see all the young people. Thank y'all for being here. We really appreciate it. I just want to make sure that we take a minute to thank some of our sponsors before we forget. And some of them are on the poster boards around. The Green Light New Orleans is here helping us out. Hike for Katrina, Bayou Land, Fit NOLA Parks, which I'll get to in a minute, Red Cross, Coca-Cola, and Core USA. We can't do this without partners, including the volunteers, but also people who help make the day possible. Please go to the tent over here and visit some of those partners, learn about resources in this neighborhood and in our city that help to make us as strong and vibrant as we need to be. When you're over there, please go by the Fit NOLA Parks site where you have a chance to weigh in on what kind of concessions we're going to have in not only this playground and park, but in ones across the city. It's a taste test. So go over there and get your opinion in and vote. And there's going to be some programming going on like Zumba and hula hooping, which are the kinds of activities that we'll have in the Norwood Thompson Playground through NORD and through other efforts. Raise your hand, Dwayne. In the orange shirt, go find him. And if you ask hard enough, and if enough people do, they might do Prancercise later on today. They keep asking for that. Anyway, one last thing. It's really hot today, and so please make sure that you stay hydrated, drink plenty of water. If you're not feeling right, let us know. We got a little health department area, and of course EMS is here if you're feeling a little off. So don't overdo it. Keep yourself well because we need you for the next NOLA for Life Day. Thanks a lot. Take care.